All right. Let's see if I remember this again. Hey, I do. How's it going, everybody? Happy New Year. I hope you all have had a good holiday slash New Year. I'm getting back in the thick of things, I guess. But yeah, how's it going? Yeah, today we're gonna be doing some something that I haven't done in 5 years, 6 years. I'm gonna be doing 3D modeling, and I wasn't even all that good at it when I was doing it, so don't expect it to be really good. But yeah, I'm gonna be relearning how to do 3D modeling today. So that should be a fun one. I'm a little bit nervous. This is one of those things I mentioned this or I mentioned this kind of thing in like the new video of like, yeah, not wanting to look like an idiot, but and making a fool of yourself. But that's probably what's gonna happen today. Fortunately, I'm not just jumping in completely blind. I did before this open up Blender again and be like, okay, these are what these buttons do, and I worked on one model before I'm doing this, so it's not completely blind into this. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm going to be doing today. But yeah, hope everybody had happy holidays, great New Year's, and we'll right into 2024 with optimism and growth, I guess. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. Let me pull up the thing that I worked on already. We will switch this over here. And then I'll move this over. Again, this is a new setup. That's also going to, this setup is actually also going to change soon-ish, or at least the days are numbered. I'm not going to be in this room for forever. But yeah, as you can see, I was working on a rocket for OmniGear, and that's what I'm going to be working on, is a lot of smaller accessories. I was noticing that like I was getting really intimidated. Hey Daniel, Happy New Year. I was getting really intimidated by like trying to focus on the like the main parts, like all the main character parts and stuff, and trying to figure out like what exactly that art style looked like. And I was like, oh man. So I'm trying to ease into it and like try and figure out, play around with style and things. And this is one of the things that I came up with for a rocket. As you can see, there's like floating, I guess fins, floating fins around the rocket. It clearly is not super aerodynamic, and it's fairly simple, but it was nice to make this to get used to, get you back used to like making 3D models and things. And yeah, I'm really going for a more low poly style, because again, one of the pillars that I'm working towards is PS1 modernized. So that's kind of the goal here. But yeah, so that's one thing that I did. I haven't actually put this inside of the game. Actually, I should have pulled up the game, because I want to well, I don't want to actually put this inside of the game right away, but I do want to see like what exactly the different types of things that I can like work on, the small accessories and things. I have like a short list of stuff, but I want to go in and be like, okay, this is a small thing that I can work on. Like probably one of the things is like the bullets for the Gatling gun. That would probably be a very easy one to do, because I don't want them to just be spheres, but like they can have like different shapes and stuff like, or a different shape and stuff like that. Yeah. All right. Well, while this is loading up, how's everybody doing? What y'all working on? If you're working on stuff, and or what are y'all up to? Oh, there we go. All right. Oh, hey, look at that. We get didn't know that I'd get a happy and a successful 2024 from within Unity. That's the language software. I'm not sure. Ooh, building a PowerPoint. Oh man. Well, I have a soft spot for PowerPoints. So good luck making PowerPoints. What's it on? All right, we're gonna go switch over to the. Oh, it's already on main menu. Then we can just click play. I guess I'll play using my mouse and keyboard. There's OmniGear. Bam. Click stage, join it. So, probably post a finish. Oh, nice. Well, I can't wait to hear about it. Okay. So, I don't really care about like, so eventually all of these things will be modeled. And eventually you will actually see your robot here rather than just seeing like text and stuff. So you would be able to see a preview of it while you're changing things. But yes, all of these things will eventually be modeled. But I think right now the things that I'm more interested in are accessories because they are lower stakes, and they're and in addition to that, I'm interested in the bullets for whatever guns and stuff. So yeah, those are the two things that I'm more interested in doing right now because I'm just trying to get back into this. Okay, so okay, so we got bomb. That's a good one to possibly do. I also realized I don't have my tablet, so I can't draw, which means two things. One, I can't draw, and two, I can't show y'all because it's not hooked up, which is a problem. So here, let me go grab my tablet real quick. Okay, well, I at least have it, but it just means that I'm not going to be able to show you what I am drawing / the things that I'm doing when I'm trying to sketch out some ideas. So if I'm going to do the bullet one, I think the main inspiration that I'm getting from there is not actually going to be from my drawing. But to give you an idea of the stuff that I was working on, let's see if this actually works. The stuff that I was working on, focus, yeah, there we go. I was just working on some sketches for some of the rocket stuff, but that is actually beside the point because I'm gonna be doing, I think I might be doing either the bomb or probably let's just do bullets because that's gonna be like dead simple, I hope. But yeah, let's just do the bullets. So let me actually go and look at said bullets, or what things I need to do for bullets. Oh, that was weird. There we go. Ooh, also a sword. That's a good point. Ooh, the tri-shot. So my inspiration for that, for bullets here, let me try and pull up all that stuff. Let's see. There we go. Here it is. Pulling up. Bam. Oh, why did I make two? But yeah, so my inspiration for the bullets. So these are some vengeance bullets that I've made. And they're very simple shapes and things. But I think that simple shapes for something like the Gatling gun is definitely going to be ideal, because it's not going to be nearly as it doesn't demand as much attention as like something like a sword or something like that. So I'm going to try and do a Gatling gun kind of thing, or go to Gatling gun, add that on there. Ooh, another one that I can also look into doing is the sentry turret. That one should also be a fairly straightforward thing. I just don't know what exactly that will look like, which would mean I would want to draw, but because I don't have that set up, unfortunately, that would be less of a interesting stream. So we're gonna try that. And then yeah, the other parts that are actually on the person, those I'm still a little more worried about trying to do something for that. I don't know if y'all remember the things that I was thinking about doing for those, but yeah, okay. So we're gonna just go ahead and try. So yeah, here's the Gatling gun. Right now, as you can see, it shoots a bunch, but oh jeez, it shoots a bunch of like red circles or spheres, an arrow and then a curve here. Either that or something like this. One of those two types of bullets. But yeah, we're gonna go and try and do that kind of thing for the bullets, because I think that I might be able to get away with doing that and relearning how to do this stuff. So all right, so here we go. Let me make a new blend. I think it should just be general. Yeah. So something that I had to get used to and am still getting used to is this new UI for Blender. I understand that it's now been out for I think like 3 years or 4 years, the new UI. But yeah, when I first learned 10 years ago, or over 10 years ago, I guess now, goodness. Yeah, Blender was not, it was very much like you gotta know all the hotkeys. You gotta make sure if you want to close the, oh, it's buffering bit during gameplay. Oh no. Oh, in Blender. Interesting. Okay. Thanks for the heads up. Let me go and double check on my settings. Yeah, I wonder if it's like a bitrate problem. Trying to check my settings real quick. Oh no. Okay. Damn it. I'm okay. Yeah, unfortunately, it's saying excellent, but we will see. I'll have to go back and double check, but seeing as though I'm not going to be playing much inside of Unity, I think we might be good. But yeah, thanks for the heads up, and I'll try and keep an eye on that. But yeah, as I was saying, when I was learning Blender, a lot of trying to learn like shortcuts and things, like that was like basically the thing that everybody was saying, like you got to learn how to do all the shortcuts. And then also like even the process of like closing Blender was a fraught one, because it was like, oh, if you're going to close Blender, it won't ask you to save. You just like lose the work that you did if you just close it. But now there's like are you sure you want to close this prompt and stuff like that, where I'm like, man, this is amazing. But again, this is not like new. This is just new to me. But we're gonna we're going to attempt to make this one, except a little bit more pointed. So I'm going to want to have it so that this is a little bit like a sharp point here, if that makes sense. A sharp point here, and then and then it comes to a point, but like from a curve standpoint. Again, if that makes sense. But yeah, we'll see if I can do that. All right. So here we go. I'm gonna go here. This is one thing that I do remember is also a lot of things that I did was related to molding the cube and then making loop cuts. Because now let's see if I remember these things. Yes, right. So Control R, loop cut. Oh yeah, I guess I could have me showing the keyboard shortcuts that I'm doing, but I don't think that it would be super useful for everyone else. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna, oh, also, I say this almost every stream now. Thanks Ben Burns for the music. Really do enjoy the cool and chill jams. All right, so I'm gonna bring this up on my second monitor so I can actually reference it. So what I'm gonna do here is also, I remember, I think you had to right click everything to select stuff in Blender back in the day. And by default, it did not do that. So I'm gonna pull this out and look at it. It's in 3D. So yeah, I think something like this. Oh, jeez. Ooh, that's not as smooth as I'd want, although it might be. I already forgotten the keyboard shortcut for doing edge select, but hey, it's all good. Let's select these and scale it in. Ooh, this is kind of an interesting shape. I didn't even mean to do that, but you know, it's not too shabby. Okay, but we're gonna, yeah, is it Control V? Control E? No. Oh yeah, that's the, oh man, I don't remember. I think I might have to, oh yeah, there's an infographic for Blender. There's an infographic that came out later, after I was like not really working on doing Blender stuff, that came out, that I was like, man, this is a very in-depth infographic, and it's semi hard to follow, but it actually tells you all the interesting things. And of course I can't seem to find it. There you go. Ooh, I don't know if this is the updated one. Actually, no, this is not the updated one. But you can at least get an idea of, like, there's this huge infographic that has all of this information on the different things that you can possibly do. So much. But you can like zoom in on certain parts and focus in on things. And like I should focus in on just this part and stuff, but I'll have this up to the side as well as my reference because I'm definitely gonna need to use this. But all right. But okay, so we found a happy accident there. Oh yeah, it is extremely overwhelming. I would recommend not looking at that first. Like that's your very first thing that you look at when you look at a Blender. But that was like basically what everybody, or what a lot of like tutorials back in the day were recommending, is that you learn all of these shortcuts. Like Blender is all about keyboard shortcuts, and then you had to do all of those things. It's, man. I don't know if that's still the meta or not. Okay, concave kind of look. That's kind of cool. Yeah, this is again, not exactly what I was originally thinking, but here we are. So I'm gonna make a loop cut here. I'm gonna try, oh, I should have, yeah. I'm gonna try and balloon this out a little bit. I'm wondering whether or not I want to have this many faces here, but hey, we'll see. Yeah, and then we want to try and no, I think I'd probably want to grab this and revert this back to doing this kind of thing. Oh, well, now that just looks like a, I don't know, it looks like maybe like a shell, like I'm a Ninja Turtle suddenly. Not exactly what I'm looking for. Oh, yep. Wait. No. Oh, that's interesting. It's not exactly what I was originally thinking. What if I did? Is it knife? Is it K? I already forgotten the knife tool. See, and this is where I have to now look for. Yeah, there's the knife tool. What is the thing? Oh, it's just K. It's not Control K. Of course. Gonna try doing this. Also, yeah, if you were gonna be looking for some huge tips and stuff on 3D modeling things, it's not gonna. Unfortunately, that's not gonna be. This is not the place. I am not the greatest. Okay. Made the cuts. Okay, does that fix the weird bug? Well, not the weird bug. The weird face issue? Yes. There it is. That fixed it. Okay. It has like a built-in trail kind of thing. I kind of like this kind of trail kind of thing. All right. Gonna go in here. I'll try and grab this, bring it back. And then bring it in. Okay, maybe not that far. Oh, geez, not what I meant to do. There you go. All these buttons do all sorts of things. Let's see if I made a loop cut. Ooh, yeah. I want to try and make it so that this is a little bit more pinched in, and then it goes out. Oh man, already making some things. Oh, I forget how to do the loop selection. Is it Control? No. All right, let me go check. Also, if anybody out there knows these shortcuts, I am all ears. Select, hide select. Loop select is Alt and then select. That's it. Yeah, Alt select. I have vague memories of like what these things are supposed to be, but yeah, okay. Oh, not scale. Alt select. There we go. Yeah, I want to do that. If I do Alt, oh, I'm not trying to play an animation. If I do Alt select, and then I also realized I should probably stay like a select all. I guess I could just do that. Oh yeah. Oh, here, let's do this. Bam. And then scale this down. It's the bullet. It's not a rocket. All right. Bam. So this isn't showing up as much as I'd like how much I'd want it. It's kind of interesting. I'm kind of now free like modeling and sculpting. Well, not sculpting, free modeling. Even though I do still technically have a plan, but it's like just trying to follow where the wind takes me. But yeah, I'm not super happy with this. Hold on, we're gonna back up. Not happy with the thing. We're gonna go here. This is a little far. Gonna ground this. Have it so that it's just on this axis. Go there. There we go. Oh yeah, I did also want to mention schedule is still not back to like, all right, I'm gonna be able to, I have a set schedule kind of thing, because definitely still in recovering from holiday mode. But I think by next week I should be a little bit more of like a, okay, and I have a better idea of when I can be live. No. It's not really, yeah, it's not really working for me. I try one more time doing this cut. And then doing a smaller kind of thing. Maybe grow it out a bit. Make that be a trail. I'm now trying to look at this for reference, and it's definitely not one-to-one. And I kind of, because I've found that I kind of like this trail thing going on. But we'll see how this goes. That's one other thing that I might want to do is go into Unity and like mess around with shaders and seeing how that works, because I think that that's also going to be significantly show and change how the visuals will look and work. One thing that I do know that I want is an outline, and I want to have that outline indicate like whether or not this is an enemy or if this is like what team you're on and stuff, and have that always be there versus versus not, because I want to make it so that if you, or I think that that would be one way of being able to indicate of whether or not this is, you know, what thing you're looking at. But definitely will need more than just that, because you can't just rely on one avenue or one sensory way of being like, oh yeah, that's what team this is. Don't want to just do that. Still not super happy with how this is working. I think it's probably the concave shape that I'm trying to make is not really looking super good with this low detail of a model. Like I feel like if I instead made it balloon, like, yeah, I'm more happy with that. It's just not what I'm really going for. I don't know. Ooh, another thing I should probably figure out is, yeah, the importing process. I have done that more recently because I do work in 3D for a VR project that I'm working on. But also the topography of this is not all that great, but hey, it's a learning process. Okay, you know, let's also, it might be these parts here. Oh, not grab. Nice. Yeah, this is this is an interesting shape that I'm making. We'll do this again. Yeah, that's the whole thing of, yeah, especially the tiny part of being like, oh yeah, that's what the shape is. I'm wondering whether or not, because yeah, this is probably the size in which you normally see it, and like, yeah, that's not super readable, and like there's gonna be a ton of these, like as I was showing in before, with it's a Gatling gun bullet. That's, at least that's the intention. Of course, this could be used for other bullets and stuff, but yeah, that's the problem of like not entirely sure what exactly this might be. It might be worth doing a restart, trying to figure out a more thing. Have the same frequency. I don't think that there's anything, well, right now there's nothing else that has that exact same frequency. It's definitely the one that shoots the most. Something that is a more common frequency would be something like the tri-shot, which shoots in 3 different directions. That one is a much more like reliable frequency that you would probably think of like a typical like you would be able to like pick out the bullet a lot easier, because that's the point of it. So yeah, I'm wondering whether or not I might want to restart and like make simplify the shape even more, because maybe that sweep thing, or this like sweeping object, is really more for like either like a particle or like a shader kind of thing. If you lined up a few? Oh, sure. All right. Let's this. Oh, I'm not clicked in here. This and then duplicate. Or not. Duplicate. Why you know duplicate? Here, what if I just copied it inside of edit mode? Oh, duplicate. Is it not control? Is it not control D for duplicate? Duplicate. Control D, duplicate. Oh, it's Shift D. Of course, tack on. Whoop. Duplicate. There we go. Oh. Oh, bring up chat. I'm not entirely sure what you mean. Oh. Ooh. We'll switch this back here. Grab this. Let's say, do that. Oh, the chart. There we go. Doing stuff like this. It definitely is not lined up 3D wise, but like this is a good representation of that kind of thing. And like, yeah, this is like, you'll have a bunch of these in a row. Okay. But yeah, here's that. A bunch of these. Yeah, the more that I'm looking at this, the more that it looks like, well, one, you don't see the trail thing. And two, this looks like a football. A very like stubby football. Like maybe one of like the Nerf football ones where it was like a flat back and then you can throw, those kind of ones that you played with as a kid. And yeah, there were the ones that had like a tail on the back. Anyway, but yeah, that's what this kind of is reminding me of, is that kind of thing. And the third thing is that like, yeah, in a group, I'm not really seeing like the distinct nature of this. I think that this might not be the best shape for this. I think I need a more distinct shape and a more simplified shape kind of thing. Yeah, bouncing against the wall and playing with yourself. Yeah, those are the ones I was talking about. Yeah, but I guess those would be these ones. But yeah, I think I need a more distinct shape if I want to have it so that the shape is visible. Like you're like, okay, that's coming from a yeah. You know, sometimes it'd be like that. But yeah, I think I'll try and do. I'm starting to think it's probably worth. It's nice that I did this, getting used to using the 3D controls again, but I'm thinking it's probably not gonna work doing this. I'll save this even though I don't want to. Bullet 1. Yeah, real creative there. I'll save it because hey, maybe in the future I can use it as a base or something like that. But here we go, we're back at it. Oh, let me get rid of the light and camera. There you go. Okay, so I think this time I'm gonna go for this more distinct, because like if you were to look at this, it's either like this or this. Those are fairly distinct. This one doesn't make sense because I'm not trying to attack you in multiple ways. This one is way more directional. So yeah, I think that this is probably the one that I want to go for. So I guess let's try and figure out how exactly that's going to work. So let's do a loop cut. Well, that's not a loop cut. Loop cut. No, loop cut. There we go. Do that. Loop cut. There. I bet that there's a way easier way to do this. But okay, so we're gonna have a very sharp point, and then I guess I would want to have this part to go in. Oh, well, let's keep that straight. Oh yeah, I have the same cut issue. And then I want to bring, oh, let's just do this, do that. Yeah. And bring this in. Question mark? This is such a weird shape that I'm making. Okay, well, before I do that, let's see. Okay. Before I do this, I keep saying before I do this, is it Shift K? Or no, it's just K, right? Do this. Just trying to add some dimensionality, or just some extra places in which I can bend stuff. Even though, again, this is definitely, I'm still relearning how to do all this stuff, and I was never all that good in the first place. But all right, there's that. So I want to bend this in. I'll put this out. I wonder, maybe I don't do this. Oh, what's the join key? Because I'm thinking like, oh, if I get rid of these. Yeah. I mean, we're sort of getting there. Do this, grab these, except for that. I think, oh, we'll grab that, so there we go. There it is. This is like the most convoluted way of making this shape. And this might be my my desire to make this like how I make things inside of like Illustrator and stuff. So we got that. Oh. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh no. Well, I kind of screwed that up. Okay. This is already way more distinct and fits what I was going for a lot better. Okay, I'm pretty sure I don't actually need this part here. Oh man, I forget how to get, I don't even know the tool in which I would be looking for to be like, I don't want this here. I just want to delete this and then join them to what is already there. Yeah. Oh well, we'll go with this. We'll just be like, hey, it's cool that I have an extra. Yeah, it's cool I have an extra thing there so that I can add a little bit more detail, I guess. But yeah, I'm liking this. I'm wondering, do I want to go a little further in? No. I want to go further out. I don't think so. I think this is actually pretty good. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, the other thing of note that, let me do this. I should probably shrink this down. Bring this over. Jeez, all right. And then bring up this. And then like, yeah, it's because I have the lines. I forget how to get rid of the wireframe lines around stuff. Oh, man, I wish that I wish I remembered all these things. But yeah, so that we got this going on, and this kind of bullet. If I were to make multiple copies, well, oh, I wonder if I think I might have saved the other one with like multiple copies. Shift D. Yeah. Yeah, I think that this is a much more successful array of bullets coming at you. Okay. Cool. Okay. I'm happy with that. It was a nice ease into things. I'll say bullet 2, or not bullet 2. That one bullet, Gatling. Gatling Bullet. Oh, I've already forgotten how to spell Gatling. Gatling Bullet. Save. Cool. I'm happy with this. I do also want to try. I might want to do like vertex painting for some of that, for like the actual art, but I don't know whether or not I want to actually have texture or not. I don't want to have like realistic textures, and I don't want to have pixel textures, like where it's very much like I'm trying to emulate pixel art. I don't want to do those kind of things, which is why I'm a little iffy on adding textures and stuff, and not just doing like flat painting, flat vertex painting. But yeah, definitely something I gotta look into. But okay, so we got that down. Oh yeah, no worries. Thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate it. But all right, so I got that bullet in, and then there was another bullet slash thing that I was thinking about, and I don't remember what it was, and I was looking at it, and oh, it was the drone. That one is the one where I'm like, oh, if I had my my tablet hooked up, then I would feel a little bit more comfortable. But unfortunately, I don't have my tablet hooked up, so I don't feel nearly as comfortable. Just being like, all right, now you can watch me. Look at this. I am not making it for a shmup. I'm making it for a brawler. So unfortunately, when I was playing this earlier, the stream was freaking out, so I might, I'll try it. But no, it's a brawler, and it's similar to Custom Robo, if you know that, or Power Stone, if you're familiar. The thing that I was inspired by was actually made for a shmup, so I made these for a shmup that I worked on, I guess for 7 years. Jeez. But I made those for a shmup, and that's why I was trying to use that as inspiration. Yeah, let me know if I'm dropping frames or there's a lot of buffering and stuff. But we'll go to versus mode, and I'll fake it because I'll be 2 players. But I made a game called OmniGear. There we go. Oh, I made a game called OmniGear where you are battling your friends in a multiplayer brawler, and you can customize your robot to be a bunch of different things. But I made this in a game jam setting, so the models that are in here are actually just 2D sprites, and the game is in 3D. I'm gonna just real quick try and change all these settings so that they are different. Yeah, that's cool. And I'll be a glass cannon, try a shot, trip jump, and we'll use bomb. Boom. So yeah, you're able to run around, do some shooting, and things like that. And you're supposed to battle the other opponent, and then you'll end up winning. Of course, I am just me, and I have not put in any computers or things like that. But yeah, that's what this is, and that's where these bullets are coming from. And this is actually a good point, or a good time for me to look at other things that I can potentially work on. Oh, I wish I kind of here. I'm gonna just take out player 1 and then select my parts again. So one thing that I could work on is the sentry turret, because the sentry turret, if I drop this down, it basically just stays in one spot and then shoots. But the issue is, if I want to try and design and concept out what a sentry turret might look like, I'd have to do it on my tablet. But my tablet is far away, or not. It's not far away. It's right here. It's not connected. So you would just see me bending down, drawing, and you wouldn't see what I was drawing. So unfortunate. But yeah. But yes, this is definitely something where I'm like, I need to change these 2D sprites. Armored Core, yes. Yeah, so yeah, they'll definitely change how you here. Actually, I'll go inside of the time attack, because that is actually a single player game, single player mode. But yeah, they'll definitely change how you move and stuff. So like, there's like, right now I have speed and tank. You can be a damage, and then I have some more experimental ones that are like the extreme versions of the other ones, where you can be like a glass cannon, so you do a whole bunch of damage but you're really weak, or a fortress where you're just like really beefy but you can't move nearly as much, as your speed multiplier is 0.5. Definitely need some ease of use in terms of like UI and stuff. But yeah, and then like all the different parts will change things. Like the body part changes your defensive move and your special attack, so you can have like a big bomb that you can drop, or a beam attack. There's also arms that you can change, and the thing that I was working on was the Gatling gun. I guess I can show that off real quick. Also, I don't think I want to be the fortress if I'm the Gatling gun, at least in this mode. And then there's the legs that change how you jump, and then there's accessories. And as you saw, there was a sentry turret, but there's also a homing missile, and that's the thing that I actually worked on before the stream. So we got this shooting stuff, and this is where that the bullets that I made. Oh goodness sake! Ooh. That was I chose speed, so I'm really quick, but I'm also really weak. And I have a Gatling gun, which slows my movement down, so it kind of nullifies my quick speed. Woo. And there's some power-ups that you pick up. Oh, and I just ran straight into the enemies, so things are going really well. Like that. Oh geez, yeah. So yeah, this thing that that green rocket thing, I actually did the model for that already. But again, this is me getting back into modeling versus before. Yeah. Oh man, this is going so well. Oh, health. Let's get the health. Oh, no. And then here's the big bomb and oh goodness. Oh, and well, there's the end. But there we go. But all right. Oh. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go back here. Yeah. So this is the bullet that would be in the thing, just as a reminder. I'm probably, let's work on one more thing where I think I'm gonna work on the, let's do another bullet because I have all that stuff here. I really should have thought ahead and connected my tablet, but we'll do that. So there are actually a number of things. I think I'll probably work on the tri-shot. I want to have the tri-shot be like a flat disc. So I think that that's actually already inside. I just like grabbed a sphere and then shrunk it down top and bottom. Just a good question here. Let me go arms, go to tri-shot. Nope, that's the sword. Tri-shot. Cool. And then yeah, it's just a flat disc. So I do want to have a flat disc, but I don't want to have it just be literally like a frisbee. So I'm gonna try and make it so that that's not a frisbee. I want it to be more of a crescent, like this, kind of thing. So let's try and do that. Right, I've saved that. I'll do file new, make a general one, and we're back. I actually don't think that I should make multiple files for this kind of stuff, but again, just kind of trying to get back into things. Yeah. I also realize I've been talking a lot and rambling. How's everybody else doing? What y'all up to tonight? Or I guess at wherever your time zone is. Right, so if I want to make a crescent, how does one go about doing that? This kind of shape here. Okay, well, I don't know why this is always my, great. Oh, nice, thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to get back into things. Unfortunately, 2023 was kind of scuffed in terms of me being able to do things because of various things that had happened that year or last year. I guess I can, yeah, now say last year because it's the second. But yeah, I'm excited to get back to working on this and things. Excited to start posting devlogs and video essays again as well. Okay, I've already forgotten how to do, oh wait, well, first let's do this, and then loop cut, there we go. I love how that's like the one thing that has stayed with me. Across all of this time, the 10 years that it's been since I've worked on this, is like loop cut. Hey, loop cut. All right. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of this, and then we're gonna go grab these, and then we're gonna say, this doesn't make a lot of sense what you're doing, but I'm doing it. Oh, I guess I could. Everything I'm doing, I'm like, oh, this doesn't really make a lot of sense of what you're doing, but you're doing it. We can do a little of that in the past, and yeah, definitely focusing forward, and hoping to have a more productive year this year. I've forgotten how to scale to the cursor point, and I don't even remember. And that's the problem is I might have the really overwhelming infographic of all the stuff that you can do inside of all the hotkeys inside of Blender. I just don't remember all the features. Definitely a thing that I need to I'll need to look into. Especially the one thing that I'm like, I don't want to do is freehand this, even though like that would probably be fine. Like I can probably do something similar to this, but like I do want to have it so that it looks decent. Do a little that, do a little this. I realize I'm really only focusing on this top part, and I'm not looking at how this is looking. Which I guess I should probably focus a little bit on how that looks. Oh, no, wrong one. I want to do X, Y, Z. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Now this is looking kind of like a spaceship, but you know, kind of cool. Also want to give another shout out to Ben Burns for the music. I know that I do that often in a lot of my streams, but you know, I really appreciate it, and I appreciate that he makes really good music, and it's all copyright free and stuff, DMCA free, I guess. But I want to shout out a friend. All right, so we got this. This is kind of working. I want to have more of a curve inside, so this is going to go inwards. This is also going to go inwards. Oh man, I just like, I can feel the novice in me, and that's the thing where I'm like, oh man, I feel so bad. But hey, we all start somewhere. Really, even if I was like, I guess, working at full steam of what I used to do, I'd still be novice because I was not a modeler. Really, I was just able to do some things. There we go. Oh, thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. that's also another thing that I've learned over the years of like doing different disciplines, because I do a whole bunch of different like disciplines and things, but I will you use the things that you have already learned, or like the discipline in which you're coming from, and you bring that to the like the idea of whatever it is. In fact, this game that I'm referencing here, it's called Vengeance. Here, let's see if I can pull up a video. Called Vengeance, and it was a game that I made with my brother and a friend of mine, and it was over the course of 7 years. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, it's a shmup that you can play. But yeah, it was over the course of 7 years. And I was the only one who actually played shmups before we started playing this. And like my brother and friend added, like, they came from a different perspective, and like they added in the things that they've learned or the things that they had like interest in. So like there's like roles and stuff. We built this inside of Unity, so using C# and things. I actually only did I'll continue to loop while I talk. I actually only did the art and music and I guess UI for it. Although I did do some programming here and there whenever necessary, but I didn't really do and like I gave input on like design and stuff, but I didn't really focus on those things. That was my brother and friend, and super proud of them, because this was like their first time doing programming, which is first time like really committing to doing programming and stuff, even though it took 7 years. But hey, that it wasn't because this was the first time they were doing programming. It was more based off of like what we were doing and stuff. But yeah. Ooh, do I know how to use CAD and stuff? I don't actually know how to use CAD, like CAD software. Largely the things that I learned. So I went to school for computer science, and I have an art minor. In computer science, we didn't really do any 3D modeling stuff. But in my art minor, I did do a 3D modeling course, and I had to learn 3ds Max. So that would be probably the last time that I properly did some 3D modeling and things. Blender is definitely not the only option. It is just the free open source option that is incredibly powerful. So I would personally recommend it, because even though like I've learned like 3ds Max and stuff in the past, I think that it's still worth just like learning how to use Blender, because it's free, and you still will have like there's plenty of examples of like things that were made in Blender that are just like phenomenal, and you don't necessarily need something like Maya or oh yeah yeah, definitely check out blender.org. The Blender Foundation is the people that make it. But yeah, I would recommend doing that. You don't need Maya or like 3ds Max. Really, I didn't really like 3ds Max all that much. But yeah, I would say go for the free option. All right, so we're back here. I think that this is a little bit too wide. So we're gonna bring these in. Yeah, this is kind of working. I already know. I'm like, man, there's so like there are typographical or topological issues. Topological? Yes. Yes, I think there's issues with the geometry of this model that I'm like, I have so many other things. But hey, we've been saying you gotta start somewhere. All right. Yeah, so I'm getting the curve that I want. bring up this. I'm starting to get the curve that I want. And I'm trying to make it so that it is a little bit more oh, that's weird. I'm trying to make it so that it's a little bit more symmetric, but I don't want to have it so that it's totally like I don't want to go to a point where I'm wanting to do like a freehand style thing, if that makes any sense. All right. Okay. And I realize I need to do the same thing on the other side, and do the same thing on the other side. I forget where I learned of that. Do the same thing. It was like some how to draw video that I always watched, or a series of videos where it was like, and do the same thing on the other side. It was either that or like a origami. Back in the day when I was a kid, really interested in origami. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. It's not exactly the same top to bottom, which I actually kind of like. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay. And I want to try and move this forward so that it's a little bit sharper. And this one, I'm not going to have a bunch of bullets like the last one. I don't need to make a bunch of duplicates. That's what it is. It's the thank you, Sam Helm. Sorry, I'm really bad at names. But yeah, that's the thing. It's the one that automatically mirrors things. Man, I do remember doing that all the time. I guess 5 and 10 years ago. Okay, well, hey. Well, now it's a little too late, but I think this is a decent start. I guess I could throw this into Unity real quick just to see what this looks like. Oh, yeah, there we go. Just to see what it looks like. And then I think I'm probably gonna call it after that. Let's save. Although it doesn't have any like texture and stuff like that. That's also a good point. Try shot bullet. Again, probably not super useful to do that. Okay, so we got this kind of shape. Yeah, do I really want to do that? Because I kind of want to. If I were to do that, I would want to play around with some more stuff. We'll try. Let's make the FBX. I can say words. FBX file. We'll just export that. I don't remember the settings that I need. Oh, actually, that's a good point. I don't remember all the settings and stuff. Just the mesh. And I think, oh man, I think the scale was the thing that needs to change. Oh man. Actually, we're just gonna go with what I had originally. when I saved this. And then I'm just gonna go grab it. So here. Ooh, I don't have models. Models. I can type. Ooh, I can also bring in the rocket. So here's the rocket. Oh, whoops. The rocket doesn't. I'm bringing in the wrong thing. FBX. Yeah. Here's that. Let's switch to a scene that actually has stuff. We'll do the basic arena. Oh, there you go. All right. And then I got this. And I'm gonna drag. Whoa, yeah, that's big. Well, you know, hey, it worked. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mess around with the scale and things. I forget. I just remember that was a thing that actually I learned 3D modeling because originally because I was learning Unity. So I when I learned 3D modeling, I was learning Unity. I think I learned there was some other thing I also learned that summer. It was the summer after I was out of high school. But I was doing it for a project that went nowhere. But yeah, it was something where I was like, oh yeah, there was a lot of like quirks that I had to figure out for that. But yeah, that's really big. I guess I can just scale it down for now. I've already forgotten. Yeah, see, that's a decent look, and this would be theoretically red. Or I can change the color to be based off of whatever team you're on. I think that might work for bullets. For any bullets, I might want to make it so that that works. But I definitely still want to have like that outline that tells you like, oh, this is for this is coming from this team. Particularly because it'll be useful for if you are on the same team as somebody else. I will want to either have it so that your robot is a different shade of that green, or like say that it's green. I'm looking at player 3 right now. It's a different shade of that team color, but like the outline is always the same color for everybody on that team, not everybody in the game. I'm thinking that probably would be useful and stuff, but yeah. But that's shader work, which is also something that I'm still learning and doing, but which I really didn't have to do a lot of shader work for things like Hyperdot or Vengeance and other games that I've worked on in the past. Yeah, cool. So that's working, and let me go real quick and open up the Gatling Bullet. Yes, please. And then do an export. Again, I don't remember the things that I can exclude, because I think that there's, oh, it's just that. I guess it's okay if I do that. Grab this here, drag it in, and then I think this one's gonna be, yeah, this one's a little bit smaller, but it's still big because this is a Gatling. This is the Gatling's Bullet. It's supposed to be tiny. Should be like that. Again, I'll go in and change all that stuff. But yeah. This is a little bit more distinct in terms of the direction it is going and the shape, so that you can tell like, okay, this is a bullet from the Gatling gun. But yeah, this is I'm digging this. But yeah, we'll see how exactly this plays out, particularly with the art style. I'm still trying to nail down what exactly the art style looks like. But actually, part of the goal of doing this was to try and figure out like, oh, okay, if I work on these smaller accessories slash like smaller objects, I can try and like play around with more of those kind of things. And I think that's kind of working out right here. Like we're like looking at this, I'm actually kind of happy with how this is going. But yeah, I think at this point I am gonna call it here. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. Again, in terms of schedule stuff, I am in getting out of holiday / New Year's mode. So I think next week I'll have a more concrete idea of what like a consistent schedule is, and stuff. But yeah, this is I'm pretty happy with me starting to get back into doing this. And next time I'll also if I'm doing some 3D models and stuff, I'll either have already done some drawings and designs for things, or I'll hook up my tablet so that we can do that kind of stuff live. But yeah, thanks everybody once again. Hope everybody has a good evening. Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. And thanks again for hanging out. I'm trying to, with these kind of streams, again, I'm trying to make it so that's more of a co-working space if you're trying to do stuff, or just a chill time and things like that. But yeah, let's see if I can remember how to do this. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye.